Val and Keith are supposed to be here.
Louis?
Val and Keith. They're gonna be right next to you.
No.
They'll be right next to you. You and Keith can compete against each other. Were they?
Yeah.
Well,
Playing foul for some reason.
oh yeah. We'll see. Oh, is it them?
Touchdown.
Might be them. Oh, let's see.
Ready with you guys.
What's? I did not say that, by the way. Yeah, you guys are fine. Look at it. Literally a couple seconds. You guys are fine. So far, nobody's signed in online. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do instead. Let's see here. Thank you. Dose. Amy, dose. What's that? Any cleans? Like kettlebell? No. Well, okay, you got a single arm rack squat in a B stance. That's the only thing that you guys, yep, done it. That's the only thing though. Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you for asking.
We're gonna start you guys in 30 seconds. That's a little too much. A little too much. This? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's get it popping. All right, gang, hip ups first. 15 hip ups. On your back, knees bent, feet flat. Your count, driving up and down 15 times. Squeeze your butt at the top of the motion. 15. Okay, after you're done with your 15, you're gonna take a knee. So there's three positions in this stretch. You're gonna have knee pointing straight ahead, knee off at a 45, and knee off at a 90. For the 45 and the 90, try and have your knee directly over top your toes. So don't let your knee come to the inside, Okay, so we're gonna go forward and backward 5 times. Thinking about squeezing my left butt. I'm gonna open up 45-degree angle, still squeezing the left butt, driving the knee over top of the toe 5 times. And then we're gonna open all the way up 5 times. Then we're gonna switch sides. Knee points where the toe points. When you guys are done, we're gonna go short down dog. So quadruped position, fingers are spread, much as my palm in contact with the ground as possible. I'm gonna drive my hips up. First goal is to lock the knees. Okay, so first goal is to drive hips up, lock the knees. Second goal is to try and get with the knees locked, heels down to the ground. We're gonna do 8 of those. So trying to lock the knees, trying to get the heels to the ground. Eight of those. Okay, when you're done with that, we're gonna go forearm on the ground. So my left arm, left forearm's on the ground, left palm's on the ground. I'm gonna rotate my right arm underneath of my left arm. Thinking about trying to drop my right shoulder to the ground. Then I'm gonna rotate up, look up, hand goes back of the head. And then reverse that motion. We're gonna do 6 of those. When the hand goes to the back of the head, bring it out, big reach, and grab. Okay, so try not to just go straight to the back of the head. Think about rotating the fingertips up, bend the elbow, then go back to the head. So kind of like stretching and reaching and rotating. And when the hand goes to the back of the head, eyes are looking up. When you guys are done with this, you're gonna stand up, please. And we're gonna do a lateral lunge, lateral squat. So I'm gonna step out into a lateral lunge. I'm gonna drive up and then back down into a lateral squat and then back over. Then we're gonna do the opposite side, step out into a lunge, up, down into a squat, back over. We're gonna do 8 on each side. Toes should be pointing straight ahead. Butt should be back as much as possible. Don't be afraid to reach the hands out to help you counterbalance. One leg bent, one leg straight, 8 each side, please. What do we do for our locomotions? We're gonna do something a little different for locomotions. We got a full class. Let's see how, what's that?
Conga line?
Yeah, conga line, yeah. I'm gonna see how coordinated you guys are at 5:30 at night after a long day. This should be entertaining. This should be entertaining.
For you?
This will be interesting. This will be interesting to see what happens with this. Okay, so there are 2 arm positions. So we're gonna do jumping jacks. And in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if you're in sync or out of sync. What that basically means, so your 2 arm positions are either going to be like this or like this. This is out of sync. Okay, this, actually, hold on for a second. Shit. Okay, This is in sync. That would be out of sync. So it doesn't, if you can't match your hands, so if you can't get into this motion, that's okay, it doesn't matter. You'll just be out of sync. That's not a big deal. Your two hand positions are either gonna be in this position or this position. So this would be regular, this would be seal drag or seal position. There are 8 foot positions. This is where it's gonna get interesting. So we're just gonna do the foot positions first. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do 45 seconds with just the foot positions. It's gonna look like this. I'm gonna start with my right leg forward, my left leg back. And then I come back to center. So it just goes like this. Okay, so everybody give me this. You don't have to do arms, I love it. You don't have to do arms. Okay, switch sides, left leg in front, right leg back.
Coming back to center.
Huh?
Come back to center.
Yeah, back to center each time. Okay, rest. Now, if we were to alternate those, it would look like this. So everybody do this. So instead of coming back to center, we're just switching the feet. Okay, so now we're gonna put jumping jacks in. So it's gonna look like this. Go. Yes, yes, you guys got it. You guys got it. Keep the legs, move the arms to a seal position. Keep the legs. That's okay, that's out of sync, out of sync, out of sync, out of sync. So we're gonna go this way now. We got 15 seconds. Okay, give me one regular, one seal.
Yeah, right.
10 seconds. So still going legs, one regular, one seal. That's how I dance. You guys got it. Rest. Good job. That's your locomotion for the day. Okay. Do our self-love. All right, on the ground. Hands are spread, or excuse me, fingers are spread, hands are flat on the ground. Palms are down, fingertips are away, elbow pits are forward. So I'm trying to rotate my elbow pit as much forward as I can get it. We're gonna rock forward and backward 10 times. Closer your hands are to your legs, harder this is. Trying to keep your elbows straight, rocking forward and backward 10 times. As much of your hands in contact with the ground as possible. Once you get 10 of those, we're gonna go palms up, fingertips towards us. For this one, the closer your hands are to your legs, the easier it is. Farther away, harder, closer, easier. So we're going forward and backward 10 times. After you get 10, you're gonna go palms down, fingertips towards you. For this one, closer your hands are to your legs, easier it is. So we got 2 different versions of the other stuff. And the way that that plays out, so I'll get you guys to stand up. So we're gonna do our toe touch first. If you can touch your toes with your legs straight, then you'll do an inchworm if you want to, So the inchworm, I reach down, I walk my hands away from my feet, and then walk my hands back up to my feet, okay? So you gotta be able to touch your toes with relatively locked knees in order to be able to do the inchworm. So give me 3 inchworms or 6 toe touches. 3 inchworms, 6 toe touches. Whether you're doing your inchworm or your toe touch, you are thinking about pushing your hips back towards the wall. We want a hip hinge. We want the hips to go back towards the wall. 3 and 6. After you are done with that, we're going to go into our deep squat. So really, there's 3 different versions of the deep squat, okay? In the grand scheme of things, what we're looking for is hips to get below knees. And if you want to, you can take your heels up off the ground if that makes it a little bit easier and you don't have any knee or ankle pain. If you're able to get your hips below your knees with your heels flat, then you'll do your squat to stand. Squat to stand looks like this. I go into a hip hinge, I grab a hold of my feet, I push my toes into my fingers, I pull my fingers into my toes, I drop into a squat looking up, and then back up and back down. Okay, so you'll do 3 to 6, regardless of which motion you do, you're gonna do 3 to 6. So either 3 to 6 regular squats or 3 to 6 squat to stands. Again, there's nothing wrong with letting the heels come up off the floor as long as you don't have any shoulder pain, or excuse me, as long as you don't have any knee pain. When you're done with that, we're gonna go arms overhead. So we're gonna go down into on our back. Our knees are bent. Arms, elbows are locked. Arms are straight. We're gonna bring the arms up over top of our head. If we can get our arms to the ground with our knees bent, we're gonna do 6 of these, then you will straighten your legs. So if you can get arms to ground, then go into a straight leg position. You guys all have much better shoulder mobility than I do. You're all a bunch of assholes. I'm just kidding. I love you all. You're not assholes. Kidding, I'm kidding. After that, we're gonna go into our quadruped spinal waves, otherwise known as our cat camels. So you're gonna go on all fours, quadruped position. We're gonna do 3 to 6 of these guys. You're gonna push your hands into the ground. You're gonna round your upper back. You're gonna tuck your chin and tuck your pelvis. So you're gonna think about trying to have as much of a round as possible. Then you're gonna go into the opposite position. You're gonna have as much of an arch as possible. When you go into a round, you are literally trying to tuck everything. Chin to chest, pelvis to belly button. Push the hands into the ground. 3 to 6 of those. All right. Stephen, I'm gonna have you're gonna orient yourself this way for this next exercise.
Okay.
And then Val, you're gonna slide over just a pinch. All right, so next one, this is called a roll to get up. And this is a lower body, belly to back roll. So I start in this position. From my hips to my fingertips, I'm a log. I can't rotate, I can't bend, everything moves together, okay? From my hips down to my feet, that's where I can bend my leg and actually initiate the roll. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bend my knee, I'm gonna drive my foot to the ceiling, and then I'm gonna drive my foot hard over. And I'm trying to keep everything still, like a log. As soon as I get to this position, I'm gonna go to my chill position and I'm gonna go to my stand up and base. Okay? And then you reverse it going back down. Good. So when you guys get to your back, we're gonna do 3 each side. So what I'm gonna have you guys just work on is just for this first set, all you're gonna do is just rotate back and forth in this position. Okay, so just work on the chill position. You're just gonna do 6 times. So you can still do the roll like what Amy's doing. And then when she goes to that position, she's gonna sit up and end up in this position. Yep. And then, yeah, yep. So the idea with this is that the lower body is initiating the roll. And for you two, these 3 guys have been working on a bunch of different variations off of this. So that's why I'm having you just work on the chill position. And this is a funky one, I'm not gonna lie. once you get 3 each side, give me a break or give me a rest. And your chill, stay right there for a second. Did you take combatives?
No.
Okay. That's your chill position. So imagine yourself at a concert, you're chilling out, you're just hanging out, drinking a beer. Okay. Just chilling, watching TV. Yep. Yep. What'd you say?
Let's go to different concerts.
Yeah, right? Well, you know, I didn't want to alienate anybody, but all right. So next we got T's and W's. Okay, when you guys do this, a T and W is essentially just a body weight row. So because it's a row, that means that we want the motion to initiate from our shoulder blades. So we're not just, right, we're not in our prone position. So your T is going to be just like what it sounds. So hands straight out, thumbs are going to rotate up. I'm not just trying to pick my hands up. All of my concentration is on squeezing my shoulder blades back together. Okay, that's what lifts my arms up. So I'm going to rotate my thumbs back as much as possible, point them straight up. You're going to do 10 to 15 T's, and then you're basically just going to bring your elbows to your hips, hands come to shoulder, and 10 to 15 W's. Focus on the scaps. Trying to pinch your scapula together. Your scapula is shoulder blades. That's what I want you focusing on. 10 to 15 T's, 10 to 15 W's. And then we're going to go back to our rolls to get ups. You 3 are going to do the movement. Okay. You 2, I'm going to give you a different thing to work on. Yes. And we're going to do, so one more set of both. Okay. So you guys are going to get in your chill position. Right leg down, left leg up. Yep. Left hand on left knee. And I'm just hanging out. I'm watching TV, right? Drinking a beer, whatever. So we call this the chill position. This is your transition. If you remember your Turkish get up, this looks similar to your Turkish get up. Okay. If you remember that, if not, don't worry about it. So in order to stand up from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press my left foot in the ground. I'm gonna press my right hand into the ground and pick my right leg up off the ground. Okay. Then I swing through and I big step. Okay, so you're going to repeat that motion back down. You're going to switch sides. So the more I can lift myself up off the ground, the easier it is for me to swing through and then big step on the ground. Okay, if you just want to do the lift up, that's totally fine. And you're going to press right leg, left hand into the ground and just pick the hip up. Yes. Yeah. And you're trying to go flat foot. So that leg that pivots underneath you, and that's what I'm talking about, the stomp. Think about stomping on the ground. You guys will not do your T's and W's, just keep doing this. Just make sure you're alternating. Good, Amy. That was better. Make sure you're alternating sides. We call this your stand-up and base. You didn't have to take Army. What you do? National Guard? What'd you do?
Army.
You didn't have to do Army combatives?
Didn't do it anymore because COVID.
Oh my God. That's.
Yeah,
So they didn't do any combatives?
did
Oh, it's good that they're training you how to fight.
really big Q-tips with pads on.
Oh, bugle sticks. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, at least you're still instilling some kind of warrior ethos in you. What's that? Yeah. No. All right. So you have that dumbbell right there on the ground. You're the silver. You are right there.
Okay.
Val, you're the silver. Keith, you're the other dumbbell. So we got a circuit. So what we're going to do, we're going to go 30 seconds right side, 30 seconds left side. And then right back into 30 seconds right side and right back into 30 seconds left side. So it's 2 minutes. So it looks like this. You're gonna hold the dumbbell in your, I know I said right side, left side, but you're gonna hold the dumbbell on your non-dominant hand. So I'm right-handed. So I'm gonna start the circuit with my left hand, okay? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go into a bent over position. I'm gonna do 1 row, I do 1 curl, I bring it back up, I do 1 squat, and then I drop back down into a row. What's that? 1.5 curls. Any curl you want. Probably hammer, probably the easiest. Oh, well, if you want to get bicep, go supinated. If you want to manage fatigue, go hammer. Row. 1.5 curls, because we got to get it back up for the squat and then back down. So we're going to go 30 seconds. Row, curl, squat. You can adjust your feet if you want to, whatever feels more comfortable. 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, go. 1 row, 1 curl, 1 squat. Back down into a row, curl, squat. Good. Give me a row. Yeah, stand up. Yeah, give me a curl, back down. Now give me another curl. Now squat. There. So it's technically 1.5 curls. Rest. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna rest for 30 seconds after this round in case anybody wants to go up and wait. The jumping jacks like totally smoke you. 5 seconds. Rest. All right. Then we want to go up and wait. Yeah. So just treat that like a barbell. So basically you're just gonna, like that's 10 pounds. So holy shit. So you could do that too. You could just grab yeah, go for that. Yeah. You want to go up?
I'm still working on. Yes.
Stay there.
I'm working on my brain.
You want to go up? So yeah. So that's up 10 pounds. And now that's up 10 pounds too. So you're going from 10 to 20 pounds. All right, gang, so we're going back. Yeah, man. Row. Curl. Full curl, meaning up and down, and then squat. If it makes it easier for you, you can do this. Okay.
This is when you're going from row to curl.
Yes.
You're actually standing up and curling.
Yes. Like, well, you could do it like this, or
Stand up, curl, curl.
yeah.
Okay.
Either they both have pros and cons. All right, back to your original side. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, guys, good. 10 seconds. We're gonna go right into the other side. 5. All right, switch sides, right into the other side. Go. Row. Curl, good, Kayla. And then squat. Yes, Kayla, very good. Yeah. Yeah. What's that? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yes.
Like, I don't feel like I'm doing a full row.
Your row looks good. Your curl, you're ending like this just because it's awkward to bring it, yeah. It's also, rest, it's also because of the length of the lever, yeah. Rest, gang. Nope, moving on. Okay, so that's, I'm gonna let you pick your weight. So what we have is we have goblet split squats. If this is the first time, let's have both you guys just go body weight for the first set, okay? But Vets, you can pick whatever weight you want to do for the goblet split squats. For you guys, body weight for the first set, just so you can kind of feel it out, okay? The second exercise is a pull apart or push up. This phase of your programming is very heavy on the shoulders. Okay, it's very heavy on the shoulders. So if I personally were to be doing this workout, because this whole workout, this whole phase is heavy on the shoulders, I would be doing pull aparts today, okay? If you want to do push-ups, that's totally fine. I'm just telling you what I personally would be doing. So if you decide that you want to do push-ups, you're going to do 5 to 15 push-ups. If you decide that you want to do pull aparts, you're going to double it. So you're going to do 10 to 30. So your pull apart is going to be stand inside the band. You can either go palms up or palms down. And you're thinking about pulling shoulder blades back together. So I'm not trying to separate my hands just by pulling my hands apart. I'm thinking pull my shoulder blades back together. And then, let's see here. We're gonna do our Copenhagen through, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go there. Okay, cool. We are gonna do our Copenhagen side plank. So, Kayla, you're gonna use a chair, get a chair. You three are gonna share a bench, but what'll end up having to happen is basically, you could use this bench, this is fine to use. It just slides a little bit. So you wanna make sure that you're pressing straight down, not at an angle, okay? What a Copenhagen, I'm gonna give you guys this bench, okay? What a Copenhagen side plank. I have no idea why it's called Copenhagen. This is what it's called. So you're gonna start with a short lever, and I want you to do this in a very specific way so you don't injure your groin. So side plank position, top leg goes on top of the bench, okay? Now what I'm gonna do to push myself up, I'm not just gonna lift myself up with my leg, because that puts a lot of stress in your adductors, your groin, maybe like on week 3 or 4 when you know what to expect. But for today, I'm gonna push my arm into the ground. I'm gonna push my leg into the ground to bring myself up. Now in the top position, now I'm gonna push my knee into the bench, and I'm gonna kind of be soft on my bottom knee. If I want to take my knee up off the ground, that's fine. If I want to keep it on the ground, that's fine too. If I want to push into the ground to make it a little bit easier, that's fine also. Okay, so that's your position. Copenhagen side plank. You guys are gonna be hold. That's gonna be a 15 count. That'll be your 15 count. So you guys are gonna count to 15. Okay, because you're all gonna be different for your pull apart. Put palms down. 3 sets. 3 sets. 2 sets. Goblet split spots first. All right, guys. So goblet split spots. What you gonna do? Oh, 8 to 15. So you're gonna start 8 to 15. You got it. Yeah. I mean, it's week 1, okay? But sure. So you're gonna start in this position, knee down. Okay. The goblet just refers to how you're holding the weight. So I'm gonna have you guys hold your hands in this position, right? You're gonna lean a little bit forward. You're gonna push your front leg into the ground and then drive back up, lightly touch bottom knee to the ground. And you're gonna do 8 to 15 of those. 8 to 15 goblet split squats. Kayla, you're gonna do 2 sets. So if you do it like that, you have to do both sides. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, pull aparts. Do you want to do push-ups or pull aparts? Okay. That's big. Not that that's so good, but you could try that. Yep. Yep. Right there. Go
What do you
ahead.
think about? Like,
Yeah.
Shoulders back and down.
Shoulders back and down. Yes. Roughly nipple line. Keep going. Go ahead. Nope. Bring that back out a little bit. Take this hand apart. One more. Keep going. Right about there. Okay. Go. Yes. Yeah. Right there. There. Yep. And I want you to focus everything right here. Yes. I don't care how far apart your hands go. I care how much you can squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. Down and back. Okay. Right in through. Yes. Better. So for you, maybe orange, because you're shrugging up. It's a little bit too high for you.
Yes.
Um,
So we'll just take them.
can you bend this knee and hold on for 1 second? So this goes underneath of your arm. This will lift your arm up a little bit, so it'll put your torso and your hips in a little better position. Yeah. Yeah, and can you go hips up anymore? That's better. So basically you want knee in line with hip, in line with shoulder. And if you need to elevate more, that's fine. And if it's too easy, then just like a regular side plank, you would increase your lever. So the less of your leg that's on the bench, right? So if you were like here, it'd be really, really hard versus like here versus here. You get what I'm saying? And I would keep it easy just because that can sneak up on you. Okay, so see how he is? This is great. So you're gonna tuck your bottom leg under like a side plank, and I'm gonna give you a pad because that's a little too low for you. So put this on your underneath your forearm. Just give me a 15 count. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Okay, now you're gonna push down and you're gonna push down, lift yourself up, push your hips forward like that, hold that position. Hips up more. Yeah. Count to 15. Yeah, and make sure that when you guys are doing these Copenhagen side planks, right, we're all a little bit different heights. The ideal scenario would be when you're in that up position, your hip is in line at the same level as your knee. That would be the ideal position. The shoulder might be a little bit below the line of your hip, but the ideal position would be hip in line with knee, just like that, Steve. Second set. Yeah. You already do your other leg? You do your other leg?
Not yet.
Feel okay? Any pain? You guys let me know if you have any pain, if you need any modifications. Yes. Yep. And then just like the more straight that you can make it, just like any side plank, right? Harder that's going to be. And then not like give it like a week or two in this position, but then you would lift that leg up off the ground and you'd squeeze your feet together. Get the palms up for you. Feels a little bit better. There's still a lot up here, but that looks a little better. Are you feeling it up here?
Yeah, well, it's like, yeah, burning.
Is it burning here or here?
Here.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. Not so much up there, but just focus on trying to keep those shoulder blades down. You know the drill. We have,
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna ask if I should start a third if you're still going.
yes, we do have time to do a third set. So let's have everybody do a third set. When you guys are in your Copenhagen side plank, the more you can push down into the bench or chair on your top leg, the more your adductors are going to work. Your adductors being your groin. So the more you can push that top leg into the bench, the harder that muscle will contract. Remember, it's always about trying to get a harder contraction. Resets, gang. No finisher today. You already get 3 sets?
Yes.
You could probably stick with that. Maybe a 16 kilogram for your bench supported rows, but probably a 12 for your rack squats. Nothing wrong with holding on to something. Totally nothing wrong. And today is a good day to have a great day. You got it, Kayla. Keep going down a little bit right there. Too high and it's just upper track. So Val and Keith, you guys got next series is rack B stand squats and bench supported rows. All right, gang. So we got single arm rack squat B stance. So I'm gonna grab a kettlebell, go into my rack position. Biggest thing with the rack position is that your wrist is straight, okay? I'm gonna take a little bit of a step backwards with the same leg that I'm holding the dumbbell. And then I go into a squat, okay? Next one's bench supported row. So you could do a tripod row like this, or you could do a true bench supported row, your choice. And the last one is a slow mountain climber, cross body. So basically you're in a push-up position. Slow, you're gonna think about taking the knee as close to the elbow as possible. Trying to touch the knee to the elbow and slow mountain climber, okay? We are gonna do 3 sets. 10 to 15 single arm, 10, 10, single arm rack, squat B stance, bench supported rows, 8 to 15, 8 and 8, and 5 slow crossbody mountain climbers. You got that. And okay, you're gonna, so hold that, yeah. All right, so yeah, what I want you thinking about, relax a little bit, right there. And you're gonna think, suck your thumb, pick your nose, Dr. Evil, rest your chin. You should be able to do like 2 of those 4 things. So we don't want the kettlebell like way out here. We want it in that kind of position. You can also reinforce it with your hand. So if you want to, you can grab a hold of the arm, okay? And you're gonna step back with the leg with the kettlebell. So yes. And we call this a B stance because it's not a neutral stance and it's not a true split stance. So we call it like a B stance. So this is doing about 20% of the work. My front leg is doing about 80% of the work, okay? 5 on each side. I mean, if you want, you guys can do 10 on each side if you want to. But slow. That's the big thing. All right. Follows your back.
I can't keep the heel in there.
So your heel will come off the ground. Any better? Still get your lower back. So like here.
Like that. Here.
Okay. Give me the other side. Amy, how's that feel? Do you still feel it?
Yeah.
Both sides?
I don't know. Here. I can do.
Does it hurt? But no pain? I mean, you're still doing it. So we're gonna go no pain. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good name. So when you do this bench supported row, and you can either do, yeah, hand and knee, or you can do just hand. And Amy, let's have you go to your slow mountain climber, and then we'll have you go row instead. So I want you thinking, this is what's moving. This is what I want you thinking about, taking this, and you're gonna tuck it into your back. Yes. Yes, Amy. Slow, trying to get the knee as close to the elbow as possible. Good, Kayla, good. And then Amy, I'm gonna have you right here. Okay. I want you to think about, so I don't want you in this position. Okay, I want you a little bit in the opposite, not, like fully arched, okay?
Let's go back and have-
Yeah, like that. Give it a little tuck. Yes. That's okay.
now the filter.
Okay. And I want you thinking shoulder blade, back pocket. All right, so what you're gonna do, okay, is you're just gonna give me 5 mountain climbers on each side. Slow, so you're just driving the, so you're not gonna go opposite side, you're gonna go same side, and just 5 slow mountain climbers on each side. Yep, just like that.
Yeah.
3 sets, gang. Keep today easy. Today is the first day of the program. Supposed to be easy. Your next set, switch your legs. So if you have the weight in this hand,
Yeah.
you're gonna put that leg back. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
Do a 4 set?
I mean, if you want to, yeah. That's not a huge deal. Okay. That's all you had? Okay, so no, this isn't about whining. This is about making sure it's always hindsight, right? The right amount of exercise can boost your immune system, but too much of the right amount of exercise can totally tank your immune system, especially with a lack of sleep. So let's finish up this set and you're done. Caleb, doing okay? No finisher. When you guys get 3 sets, you are done. You do okay. Like cue something doesn't mean you're not doing it. Yeah.
Hold on. Difference in the push-up.
Difference between a push-up and a row.
Well, no, remember, let me do push-up. You said I'm-
Oh, yes. Yeah, you're not moving your shoulder blades.
That was me.
You're not doing it wrong. What's that?
You said the same correction on me.
Oh, just the arms.
But I'm using all on.
You're basically doing like a tricep push down for your
I don't know
push-ups.
how to.
Instead of actually like using your shoulders to push, you're just straightening your elbow. Very common.
Oh, wait.
Very common, Amy. Kelly, you done?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Great job.
Thanks. See you next time.
Yeah.